Let us talk about some considerations when using overloaded subprograms. Try and be explicit when specifying the parameter data type when calling the subprograms, and do not leave it to implicit conversions of the actual parameters to the formal parameters by Oracle. That may lead to an incorrect implementation being executed. In the case of numeric parameters, if the actual parameter type is different than the formal parameter type, Oracle will apply the following rule. Oracle will try and match it to the next highest data type, the order being binary integer or PLS integer first, followed by number, followed by binary float, and lastly binary double. So let us say we have a package HR management where we have 4 procedures by the name overload, taking in PEMP-ID of each of these numeric data types, binary integer, number, binary float, and binary double. So which implementation will be called when you call the HR management.overload procedure with a numeric literal of 1? Oracle will resolve it to binary integer, which is at the lowest level. If you call the overload now with a literal value of 1.1, it will call the implementation of number type, as this is the lowest type which will satisfy a number with a decimal point. Now it may be so that you wanted to call the binary double implementation for getting better performance. In order to call the right implementation, you will have to explicitly declare L numeric of type binary double and then call the overload procedure. Now since there is no ambiguity, Oracle will resolve it correctly to the binary double implementation. You could have also used explicit conversion functions like toBinaryDouble to convert the literal to binary double, in which case also it will be resolved to binary double. This shows the importance of being explicit with the data type specification. Let us also examine a situation where we are having the actual parameter of a different data type than the formal parameter and when there is more than one parameter. So just for our reference, I have shown the order in which Oracle will try to match the numeric data types. So here there are 2 overload procedures. The first overload procedure taking in P first as number and P second as binary double type. The second overload takes P first as a number and P second as a binary float type. Let us say our anonymous block declares 2 variables, L first and L second, both of type number. When the HR management.overload is called, which procedure will be invoked? Since L first is of type number, Oracle will search for an implementation where the first parameter is a number and will match both the procedures. Since there happens to be no procedure with the second parameter as a number, it will convert it to the next highest type, which is binary float, and search for a match. This will match it with the second implementation, which will be called. Now if you pass the numeric value as a character literal, then Oracle will again have to do implicit conversions. However, in the case of character conversions, it will not consider binary integer and will start with number, then go up to binary float, and then to binary double. So if we execute the HR management.overload with a character literal of 1, then Oracle will match it with the 1 of type number. If the implementation which took number was not present, then it will go to the next highest type and will match it to the one which takes binary float. I just wanted you to be aware of these conversions and rules surrounding them. But your effort must be to avoid these implicit conversions totally by being explicit in specifying the data types during the subprogram call. That way you can be confident that the right implementation will be called.